to reading all kinds of pagan witchy stuff lately, and getting back into tarot myself. So this was Llewellyn's complete book of tarot, a comprehensive guide by Anthony Lewis. I got this off of Amazon. It says it's listed. This is $24.99. I think I got it for $21. Some copy that was any cheaper, so I just bought a brand new one. That people don't want anymore, or didn't use, or were gifted, or done with it. I'm like tarot and things like that. It goes into why do you want to learn the tarot, and why, how it's different today versus what people were using it like in the 80s and 90s. We're like in 2020 now, and people were using it for fortune telling and things like that, and kind of getting more yes or no answers, or who am I going to marry, or what am I going to be when I grow up, or is this the right job for me? And so it's a little more about divination, intuitive readings, and just I personally use it more for like a clarity and finding out more about a situation, or things I want to focus on for the day or the week. How's the month looking? I haven't done a yearly spread yet, but I do more of like the daily, weekly, and monthly readings for myself, and I've done some for some other people, which is really fun. I'd like to do some more, but anywho, so it's more being used. I know it was written in this other book too. It was written as, it was like, probably should have tagged it. It's just more of a tool now than it is like a gimmicky, let's go see a fortune teller and see how much human experience in every card in the whole journey. And it's never wrong. From every time I've been a part of this or done it, the cards are need to release, something I need to let go. History, the mythology, the Romans, the Greeks, and how it ended up in France, and how it was in Spain. And so if you love the history of things, this really goes into the symbolism of, how there's Christian symbolism in this. There is the Messianic symbolism. There's numerology. There's a lot of symbolism and that's why I picked this up. I wanted to go a little bit deeper into tarot versus, I'm empathic, and I see things and feel things intuitively. I always have, and I have the gift of foresight and some other gifts. So anywho, she goes into her story, which the lady that wrote this, or not the lady, I guess it was a gentleman, Anthony Lewis, I'm sorry. So like he was in a Catholic school, and he just questioned things a lot, kind of like a lot of us do. We question things, and I'm not going to go too much into. I was raised Catholic myself, and I always questioned a lot of things, and I knew there was more to for the why, or how, or where did this come from, or maybe you are questioning the faith that you are in. But really interesting. I love reading the history of things, and I was really deep into mythology. This goes into the mythology and goes into the myths about tarot, and then the facts go into. I'll just read one really quickly, like Hermes Trismegistus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That was later brought to Europe by the Gypsies. A concise statement of this myth appears in the Secret Teachings of All Ages by mainly P. Hall. Facts: the tarot was invented as a card game during the Renaissance by Italian artists who incorporated images and ideas from ancient Greek and mythology, which probably included themes derived from the cult of Thoth, Hermes, in Europe until after the Italians produced the first tarot decks. So, there's like hundreds. So anyway, it was really interesting. And then goes into, will the real tarot please stand up? It goes into the structure of the tarot deck, the Mamluk deck, which Egypt, 1250 to 1517 CE. So it goes into that and the original four suits, and it goes into, there were several different versions of the tarot, and then how it ended up becoming what it is today. So that was like really, really fun to read. I think it does go into the fortune telling decks. Let's see. Yep. And then brainstorming ideas, clarification, self-discovery. It was called exactly, but it had a program within it called DBT therapy, and that was dialectical behavioral therapy. And they used journaling, guided meditations, and tarot as a way for us to connect to our feelings and to get out all of that pain and trauma. And I found it extremely helpful, and I still find it extremely helpful today for dealing with some PTSD issues that I have. And I know several other people who are using it for their PTSD and other things like that, or they've come through a really difficult time in their life, and they're emerging and healing and doing their own self-care, and this is part of it. So let's see. It talks about creativity, journaling, how to use it as a practice, and also they talk about it here in CER. Books such as Sally Nichols' Dream and Tarot and archetypal card readings, helping people interpreting messages and visualizing their life issues and working them out with tarot. So if you see if there's someone that would be willing to work with you, and if anyone's into the TCR or DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, that was really, really helpful. Then it goes into the ethics. Basically, tarot is not something that's evil. It is, do no harm. So this is only trying a positive outcome. Need a reading for too many people. I get nervous about it. If you know someone, I would definitely contact them. I may do readings in my shop on Etsy later. I'm thinking of when I feel a little more comfortable. So then, also this goes into associations and correspondences, and it is okay. So if you're a Christian or Catholic, or you've been exposed to any of Joseph and the dream and the Pharaoh, and the word divination comes from Latin, meaning to foresee or to be divinely inspired. A lot of scripture, and this was Genesis. This was, let's see, I'll just read it real quick. And Joseph said unto Pharaoh, the dream of Pharaoh is one. God hath showed Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 good cattle are 7 years. So this is they used imagery, they used, they talked in, I don't know what the word is right now, I'm trying to think of it, but they talked in good ears of grain or corn, or 7 years, the dream is 1, and the 7 thin are ill-favored cattle that come up after them are 7 years, and 7 empty corn ears blasted with the east wind. Joseph had a dream, and it was about 7 cattle, 7 ears of corn, and it was like 7. It represented, he divinely got a message that this was going to be 7 bad years. It's really interesting that the Catholic, Christian, and religious, their storytelling, their scriptures. Okay, bye-bye. Anywho, so I lost my train of thought. Anywho, basically, the scriptures were foretelling, they had symbolism, they divinely interpreted them, and that's still what people are doing today. And the tarot is very similar to that, basically. So, and then it goes into your tarot birth cards and do what's your life path number, how to figure that out. So you're taking about your life story and stuff like that. So then it goes into the number and symbolism. Fire, air, water, and earth. And it goes into explaining those a little bit better with the astrology and the zodiac. And then you can go into a little bit deeper. Fiery Aries and what cards represent those signs. You've got the Emperor, and then it goes into all the do that to describe it. Just goes really in depth in every single one of those. And then it goes into the planet and how we got the 7 days of the week. And so like the sun is the vital center, it's Sunday. And then the sun, the center of the solar system and the giver of life, is assigned to the sun trump card. The sun is a planet of brilliance, clarity, vital energy, music, and athleticism. So it goes into all of that. And then you've got your major arcana with the 4 elements and how, like the Fool represents an air sign. Goes into the Golden Dawn assignment of planets and tarot pips, which is the minor arcana. And then it goes into the Tree of Life. And you've got your 1 through 10. And then it's got a picture for each one of the cards. So if you don't have a set of tarot, you don't have to purchase one. You can look at the ones that they have here, even though they're black and white. You can still use them and study in that way. And then just kind of goes over some qualities of the elements and things like that. How to ask a question of the tarot. And then talks about shuffling and selecting and telling time. How to tell like days, weeks, months, and years. How to do your layout. How to do a daily draw. How to themes of spreads. It has themes. Horseshoe. There's a horseshoe spread. Looks like that. Now, if you believe in the horse and you don't want to have it upside down because everything runs out or your luck and stuff like that, you can do your horseshoe spread that way where it's upside up the other way. They got the classic Celtic cross. And you've got, let's see, it does the horoscope wheel. Really in-depth. So each card is like that. It does the upright and reversed meanings and definitions and report cards. I'm trying to see if this one has exercises in it other than just the classic spreads that it has. I don't believe so. This one did not have any exercises with it. But this one, the other book that I did a review of, hi Adriana, the other book I out of your tarot cards with this book, quick and easy on that one. This one is more of the history and in depth, more into your symbolism, your numerology, where it all came from, halfway through this one. But it was a really good, comprehensive book. If you can find a used one, try to find a used one because it's pretty pricey. This was still 21 something dollars on Amazon. This one I got used on Amazon, I think, for maybe $5 or $6, included shipping, and it was like a brand new book. So that was a really good one. I think that's probably it. I've been on here for like 20 minutes. It's just a lot of information. Probably like, I don't know how fast to read anybody else is, but I'm kind of a slow reader. And I got about halfway through and just found the one that I have that I've been working with right now was the Green Witch one. I had a friend gift this to me, and I really love this deck. It's got really shiny shuffle. It is a little on the thin side, but it's glossy on both sides, and then the colors are really really rich and renaissance-y, which is something I just love. Earthy, renaissance, really good fall, autumn colors if you are looking for a deck to work with. Let's put it upside down. The other deck that I have is the Tarot Wise Spirit, and I like that one because that was a classic Rider-Waite deck, but it's not, the colors are not as bright with it, and I have it in the other room, but it's more, that's it, me. I was just giving some book reviews on what I've been reading. If you've been reading some books, let me know what you've been reading, or what, if you found a book that was helpful for tarot, or something with crystals. I really like crystals too. You know, that's pretty much all that I got going on. There was some, I will put all my linked items as well for the shop for this fall. I've got some more witchy kind of pagan gifts and things like that that I have going on, or chakras. I've got some chakra soaps. I'm mostly a soap maker, and I do goat milk soaps, and I've got working on. It's not all together yet. I have some new crafts that I got into and made some more fun things for the shop. So thanks for stopping in and listening to my little book review. If you have any more book recommendations, put them down below. Maybe it's somebody else that might help them out. And that's it. I hope you guys have a great evening. Thanks.